That's, I think, what the main thing that had him stay up to par with me. He just knew how to keep going like a choo-choo train, and his skill level was great.
We know Tshitumbi's last outing was here on the last Empire card against Artem Lipko, who started off the show this evening. Tarek, you mentioned one thing that impressed you about Tshitumbi is his chin.
I have not seen a man be able to take the level of punishment that this man has taken and come out and still be standing and then change into a three-piece suit and have non-alcoholic champagne with us at the bar as if nothing has happened. What do you think about the difference in media coverage this time in these events off the canvas?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of specific media coverage, I can't speak to. I see the production value of this show going up every single
Apologies.
time. Apologies,
the production team. Sorry, thank you for that correction, Ryan.
It's I look around here and the attendance every single show seems to grow. The sponsorship seems to grow. The number of amateur athletes that we have in attendance here seems to grow, and so Empire is really starting to plant its flag as the preeminent professional boxing promoter in BC.
A rare left-hand connection there by Oliver Tshitumbi. I think that had to wake Dan up just a little bit. I would love to see Olivier start to cut the ring.
Good left,
beautiful left hook to the body. Wow, absolutely fantastic combo. I think Olivier definitely felt that, but for a man who relies on his iron chin, I think there's not too many of those that he can take. Very, very clean connection. I think it's without a doubt, where Dan lies in this round. It's very, very clearly been dominant in the exchanges. He's been landing the cleaner shots, and those last two shots were impeccable, to say the least.
No doubt about it.
Beginning the second round here. Actually, that was a bit of a wake-up call to Dan Csaszar there. Catching what was a glancing right hand. And as I can see, the second clean shot that Olivier has landed. Ryan, has he got a puncher's chance?
Just seeing the way he came out here, it's clear John said you got to let your hands go. And I think that's, my criticism of Tshitumbi. He's game. He's got a great chin, but he doesn't let his hands go. And he's come out here in the second round letting his hands go. So noticing the size difference, he's obviously a tough man. Of course, I think he is in with a puncher's chance, especially if he starts to wear down and tire out Dan here in the second.
He could smoke all day the way he's going.
Yeah, I think it's refreshing to see Olivier land punches in the fashion that he's been doing. So, and this could be a new discovery for him, Ryan. It seems that throwing punches and landing them could be a new tactic of his.
Dan with a beautiful 4-5 punch combo straight to the head.
Agreed, Ryan. As I can see, a little cut above Olivier's eye, a little bit of blood coming out of the right nostril of Dan Csaszar. But as you said, it's been unrelenting pressure from Olivier, and he is walking forward, and he is landing those shots. Dan is making hard work out of this.
Olivier's had 5 pro fights, so he is a lot more experienced at this level.
Yeah.
As I said before, not as technical as Dan, but certainly he's been in there at this level before.
Short round call by the BC Athletic Commission at the going into the end of the second round. Honestly, Ryan, I have to say, I wouldn't want to be a judge sitting at the side of this ring, having just witnessed that round, to make a decision on it. Referee starts the third round.
Beautiful.
And again, Olivier is coming straight back out again. It's very interesting. I'd love to see Olivier train. I'd love to see if this is a style that he's adopted, or if it's just a natural pugnacity for the sport. But it looks like he's pretty unrelenting here right now, and I think Dan is allowing this to happen. And the more it continues, I think it's going to be a very long evening for Dan.
The problem here in the third round is Olivier had a great second round, and ultimately it was because he was letting his hands go, and he's done very little here in the opening minute of the third round.
Yeah, very, very, interesting turn in the tone in which he's set in the middle part of this round. I think if he continues as he did in the second round, as you said, he's going to be winning this. But it seems to me that the man who cannot tire or be hurt is a little bit tired. Beautiful overhand right that connected flush on Dan's upper brow there. It definitely rocked him, and it's interesting to see him take a little bit of resolve from that. Ryan, he's still in these exchanges, and he's still in this round, and that puncher's chance. I think he's hurting Dan.
He's got a chance when he lets his hands go, but again, other than that last shot, he's standing in the side of the ring and not letting his punches go. You can't win a fight if you're not going to let your hands go, and Dan is having an effective third round.
Absolutely. Rob, what is your take so far?
I agree. I was trying to watch here how Dan's process of landing his punches but then smothering himself, and how he was before picking those angles and then having an option to go back into the fight. Now he's stopping himself from having that, which is allowing Olivier to land some big bombs right away.
Olivier's gone from being the aggressor and the effective aggressor, initiating, to just standing and trying to counterpunch with 1 and 2, and it's not going to get the job done.
No.
I wonder if he's taking a round off, boys.
Yeah, it's clear, and you can't do that in a 4-round fight.
Or else he'll end up 3-2, eh?
Yes.
Well, and what he's done is he's allowed Dan to get back in this fight. I think Dan was tired in the second round, and Olivier's inactivity has allowed Dan to steal this third round, in my opinion.
Dan with the hooks.
I think it was a round that if Olivier gave what he could give, it could have seen him pinch ahead going into the 4th round, and it'll be an interesting last round.
Kudos.
Referee has called time. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing here. I think the doctor's coming to take a little look at the cut that was...
He's actually looking in his eyes, I
think. He's actually looking in his eyes. The doctor may have to make a decision here right now. I wouldn't be surprised with the amount of shots that he's taken that the doctor perhaps... I think it's difficult for most of us to stand on one leg at the best of times. I don't know if that is quite the test that he should be making, but the doctor seems to think that the old, can you stand on one leg for a split second? Yes, you can, seems to be the acid test tonight. And back in...
He trains for that.
He lives for it. Back into the start of this last 4th and final round tonight. Olivier has definitely got a little bit of work to do. I do feel for the man a little bit. I would love to maybe get him in the gym and work on his defense just a little bhave, Ryan. You know, I think there's something in here.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to change his defense, but you can certainly change and increase the output, which would have made a difference here tonight, because we saw it in the second round.
Absolutely.
If he ups his volume, he's just too focused on that big power shot. That's his big shtick, and if he just picks up a little more of those half-hard punches, he gets somewhere a little farther, as well as that those hands up.
Some really nice combinations landed here by Dan in the 4th round.
Very interesting, controversial call by the referee there. You know, at the very least, he could have communicated with him. You know, it's interesting, Ryan, to see the BC Athletics Commission, what seems to be inconsistency in their application of what it is that they're trying to achieve within some of these bouts and their decision-making. The boxers making their way to the center of the ring here right now.
Fight fans, 1 minute, 7 seconds of the 4th round. Your referee, Joel Scobie, has seen enough. Calls a stop to this fight for your winner by TKO in the red corner, Dan Csaszar.